Ball. 7-point differential. Taking a look at Sacramento. The duo inside, Murray and Sabonis. Perimeter is filled up by Monk and DeRozan, and it's Ellis in at the 1. The Rockets have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Something team.
Those big moments. He remains steady, keeps his focus, and that makes it that are scrambling to close out a game.
Deflected! That is good. Off the back rim and in.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
And timeout called by Doug Christie. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Rockets on D. DeRozan for 3. Sacramento again missing.
0 for 3 from the floor so far. Not the start they had in mind. They need to just take a breath, reset, and keep things simple.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching. A perfect game plan.
Outside Monk. Will it go? It's hauled in by Garnett.
Yeah, they might want to think about a high percentage look the next time down the floor.
Fades away. Pure from three-point range. Garnett's got at 5.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Pass to DeRozan. Knocked away. Sabonis, the pass to DeRozan. And another miss by Sacramento.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
And here's Curry for 3. Another 3 from Houston. And now about a third of the way into the season. You think it's too early to talk about awards, Grant?
You know, B.A., it depends on the award, if I'm being honest. MVP and Rookie of the Year, that's way too early. Well, you can begin to see the guys who are in the running for Most Improved or Sixth Man.
Saric checks in for the Kings. Levine comes in for DeRozan. Saric outside. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Houston. And this team is on absolute fire right now. They've won 18 in a row.
Well, just to be able to be on the call and see these guys in person is a real treat. They've been the talk of the NBA during this streak. The question now becomes, can they sustain the focus and level of intensity? They are looking quite comfortably in control, so it's going to be interesting to see.
And so here's Sacramento after Houston's three-pointer on the other end. Here's Olajuwon. No made baskets yet. Pass to Jordan. Jacks up a three. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
They're having a hard time stopping this run.
And B.A., you can't afford to keep coming up empty.
Now here's Monk. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. 40 seconds left in the first. Monk against Bryant. Over Monk. And another basket for Houston.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
And so it's Monk who brings up the ball for Sacramento. Nothing up yet on the scoreboard for them. They're getting their first look of the season at the Rockets in this one. Drains the triple. Bryant's got 5 points.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Saric outside. Here's Ellis. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. And so it's the Houston Rockets cruising into the next quarter with a 30-point advantage. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Houston.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitations.
Another thing that's gone well for them is the mid-range jumper. It's been falling with ease so far.
Kobe Bryant is out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's LeBron James. And it's Nowitzki in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. And James gets it to go.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Saric, a screen on SGA. Schroeder. LeBron with the rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, Zach LaVine is becoming a more rugged defender. He said, it takes a toll. I've always been in great shape, but you have to be strong, too. The mental side of it, digging deep and figuring out how to get it done and how much you want it. Now, I like taking on those challenges. Back over to you, Brian.
Making the commitment. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Pass to James. Shot's good. SGA making the play. James has got 5 points now this quarter.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Jumps up. Oh, hammer it home.
Woo! Nice.
Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
And it's Houston's ball. They're rolling here, 9 unanswered. A streamlined rebuild for the Rockets. In 2021, they trade away James Harden. 4 years later, the #2 seed in the West, Grant.
And they haven't shortchanged their future either. Sure, they've added key veterans, but the bulk of their roster is still very young with room to grow.
DeRozan right side. Shot clock at 6. Launches a 3. James with the rebound. James has got 4 rebounds in the game. That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. And the power rankings look more concrete every day. Plenty of games behind us here in December. You look at Boston, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Seeing where Houston is, they made it clear from the jump they were coming for the #1 seed, and they've got to feel good knowing it's theirs now. It gives them the best chance to come away with the championship.
Looking at who's out there now for Sacramento. Sabonis, he's checked in for Eubanks. Monk comes in for Saric. And Ellis is subbed in for Schroeder.
I just love the ball movement.
Sabonis outside. Pass to LaVine. DeRozan outside. The three ball. Shot by Levine, no good.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Jordan goes in.
Oh,
wow.
Showing some power. They've settled into this game. You can see the offense is on fire.
Yeah, and that is key for them, continuing to build out this lead.
DeRozan for three, and another miss by Sacramento.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Here's Bird, and the shot goes down. Bird's got 4 points this quarter.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Here's Garnett. Monk covers. The three from Curry. Sinks it from distance. Curry's got 6.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Ellis outside to win the cold spell. Unable to get that one. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The Rockets on top, just dominating this one. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Happy to have you with us. For the East, Cade Cunningham.
This is why Cade was selected number 1 overall in 2021. He seemed like a guy built to put a team on his back, and now we're seeing it.
Putting it all together. Let's move on now to that first half we were watching. A brutal game so far for the Sacramento Kings.
Their defense.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
On the court for Sacramento, DeRozan and Murray in at the forward positions. Keon Ellis is out there with Malik Monk. And it's Sabonis in at the 5, down low. Well, to play great defense, teams have to provide help. But how do you avoid overhelping?
It's a great question, B.A., and it's like anything in the game. Basketball is a game of decisions. I think people look at it and they talk about athletic ability and they talk about skills, which are both important. But the best players and the best teams are the best decision makers, and the same thing goes as to when to help and when to stay home on shooters.
Here's Jordan. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
Come on now, if you want to talk about a crazy vertical, that was that. I mean, it was ridiculous. And then add in the extended hang time. Ooh, oh my.
He buries it from 3.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Monk looking around. The ball's knocked loose. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Pass to Garnett. The 3 is up. Connects from downtown. Garnett's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Stan, there seems to be an impatience to this Kings organization. Continuity is not the order of the day.
Well, yeah, B.A., and it can be disorienting for the players. You don't want to become complacent, but there's got to be a happy medium and some stability.
Buries it from 3.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Get to more. DeRozan passes to Sabonis, and here's Murray looking to win the run, and is blocked. Out of bounds, Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. It's hauled in by Houston. Garnett's got rebound number 8 now. Here's Bird. He's guarded by Ellis. Pass to Garnett. Puts up a 3. And Houston another 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Well, once Sabonis gets near the hoop, he's so good at scoring the ball. Uses his body really well.
Jordan against Monk. Jordan, the pass to Olajuwon. Shoots over Sabonis. And again, it's Houston.
Their success from mid-range has really set them apart today.
Pass to Murray. Sacramento passing it around. Ellis left side. Outside Murray. Back to Ellis. Launches it. And it's cleared by Stephen Curry. Houston with the ball. This run now at 22-2. Three-pointer. Another 3 from Houston.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. The league is already buzzing about this year's three-point contest. So let's have a look at the players likely to make an appearance.
The three-point contest only becomes more competitive every year as long-range shooting continues to be a coveted talent in the league. But these guys are in a league all their own.
You take a look at Jordan. He's gathered enough votes to currently sit at the number 4 spot on the list. He must be excited about the prospect of competing in this event at All-Star Weekend.
And it's obvious the fans want him there as well. He's a dangerous man from beyond the arc who could have a real shot at winning that event.
And we'll keep you posted as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. But that's our current list for the three-point contest.
It's going to be a fantastic competition. We've got an endless supply of shooters in this league, and that contest will be heated. Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Schroeder passes to Levine. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Bryant outside, and Houston another 3.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And another miss by Sacramento. Here's Garnett. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Houston showing. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, he really just helps tie this team together. They know they can count on him to set them up.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. They've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's out there with Kobe Bryant, and it's Pippen in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Pass to DeRozan. Back to Schroeder. On the wing, Levine. This one for 3. Doesn't go for him.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Bryant outside. All right, Grant, as someone who played for and managed the U.S. men's national team, give us your all-time starting 5.
And, you know, I think I'll go with 2 of the program's all-time leading scorers, Kevin Durant and Carmelo Anthony. And finally, you set the culture in 2008.
Nowitzki, the pass to Pippen. And Houston, another 3. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
Well, they've also been impressive, forcing a ton of mistakes. Not only that, but converting those mistakes into points on the other end.
Now here's DeRozan, defended by Pippen. Outside Schroeder. There's the double team with Pippen. Schroeder passes to Eubanks. Just 5 on the clock. And another miss by Sacramento. And it's Houston's ball. A 12-0 run right now and counting. And there's James from the arc. And Houston, another three.
Dare I say, he's had a perfect game. Incredible. No misses thus far. A major reason they lead.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Lets it go from deep. Oh, he can't miss. 8 for 8 after that shot.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
On the wing, DeRozan. Rockets with a rebound. And here's Pippen. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Fires in the triple. SGA's got 6 in the quarter.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
To the inside. Here's DeRozan. And it's rejected. Out of bounds. Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Chamberlain. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And Houston, another three.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Rockets.
And they got a huge boost from their reserves tonight.
Yeah, the point differential between the two benches was a deciding factor in this game.
And they add to the win column, their 19th victory this year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for LeBron James.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
Fires from deep. And Houston, another three.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Impressive job by this team, and you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
The three from DeRozan. Chamberlain pulls it in.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
You're always a threat to blow up. That's what SGA's done tonight.
Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots, and it's good. Off the back rim and in.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
And so Houston takes this one by a big margin. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Take a look at the Rockets. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, the Suns, 9.5 games behind.
Here we go. And right now for Phoenix, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, they're right where we thought they would be, and that's okay. Improvement rarely happens overnight.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. We've got Williams, Devin Booker out there with Green. Then it's Royce O'Neal. And it's Brooks in at the 3 slot. And for the Rockets, Olajuwon is out there with Garnett. And it's Bird. Then it's Curry. And it's Jordan in at the shooting guard position.
Yeah, Curry just doing damage from deep. If you give him any separation, his three-point shooting is deadly.
Puts up a 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Curry's got 6 points.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Booker in the post, guarded by Curry. Green breaking loose. Booker no good. It's Garnett on the wing, guarded by O'Neal. And Garnett with the basket on the assist by Curry. 5 points in the game.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And now they...
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. They've got Brooks. Royce O'Neal is out there with Mark Williams. Then it's Green, and it's Booker in at the point guard position. A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there.
Yeah, it's just amazing the hang time Jordan gets, even on a simple jumper.
Outside, Green. Over Bird. Green, no luck.
And that leaves his coach scratching his head because you can't get a better look than that.
And a great move by Bird.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
And because of that, this one looks...
Terrific, Allie. Thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Good evening, everybody. Taking a look here now at Phoenix. I think at the midway point, sometimes teams hit that doldrum. And it could be a case for them slipping in the rankings.
This is when your leaders have to step up, set the example, and be vocal when you need to. Doldrum.
Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Houston Rockets.
They've made it look simple. Well-designed game plan, and the execution has been near flawless.
Yeah, that locker room is feeling good right now, I'll tell you that.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Well, he's found his rhythm out there for sure. Now let's see how the defense adjusts to him in this half.
And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They trail by 16. Curry is out there with Michael Jordan. And it's Garnett. Then it's Olajuwon. And it's Bird in at the 3, the small forward. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Inside. The kick out to Williams. Brooks outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Houston's gone along perfectly from three-point range tonight. They've gone 5 for 5. Here's Curry, and Curry throws it down hard.
I mean, is there anything Steph Curry doesn't do?
Bird against Booker, and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And it's Houston on the break. Garnett wide open. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, whatever they talked about at halftime, it's working now. And you see the frustration on his face. He had a great opportunity there, and he blew it.
And so it's the Houston Rockets, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Brooks is out there with O'Neal. Then it's Mark Williams. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's Green in at the 2. Pippen feeling it out a bit, and Pippen slams it in.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
What a great performance. They have given the fans their money's worth.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. From deep, Bryant hits the three-point bomb.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, you have to love the execution, and you have to love the relentlessness.
So we see Houston taking the W here, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable. With a good chunk of the season in the books, Richard, are you keeping an eye on the trade deadline coming up?
Yeah, it's not too far away to start throwing some of those ideas into the good old trade machine. But I like to be respectful to the players and not speculate too much. There's a lot more involved than just moving players.
Now let's take a look at the Rockets' opening lineup. They've got Stephen Curry, and it's Olajuwon in at the 5, roaming the paint. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. And only a handful of teams in the history of the NBA have done what these guys are doing. Oh, sensational!
Yes.
What a dunk!
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see. The quickness of Curry makes quick defensive reads, knowing precisely when to knife inside.
And here's Flagg outside. It's hauled in by Houston. Last time they met was in Houston.
They came away with an easy win last time, due in large part to their work on the glass.
And if they can keep that same physicality, you have to think they'll be in a good position to grab another win here.
Fading back, nobody there to even challenge it.
And the Mavericks have stressed the importance of defense to winning at the highest level, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., they felt that fortifying the team at that end of the floor would get them closer to contention. And look at them. They're making some bold moves there along the way.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Garnett, that's good.
Wow, now this is how you want to start your games. Flawless shooting so far.
Outside Davis to halt the run. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to start the game with 4 straight misses. Look, that's about as rough as it gets. It'll get going soon.
Here's Bird, defended by Thompson. Fader on the way. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Bird's got his second bucket on the night.
5 out of 5 to start things off. They certainly seem to be in a good rhythm.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. And the Rockets making a change here. James is checked in. It's rebounded by Olajuwon.
Just brutal. I mean, 5 straight misses to begin the game.
Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Kyrie Irving is becoming the sage veteran. He said, quote, "I used to think leadership is a lonely thing, and it's not. It's surrounding yourself with great-minded, great-hearted people, asking them to push you at times and picking them up when they're not able to be their best." Brian?
Great perspective. Okay, Allie, thanks for the report.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
It's stolen by Curry. Fires the 3. And Houston another 3.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Mavericks trail by 20. Got a piece of it. Jordan with it. Irving picks him up. Curry against Davis. And Curry throws it down.
Oh, a master dunk that absolutely shook this building. Wow.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
And it's a completely new group here for the Mavericks. Here's Gafford. Pass to Marshall. For 3, Hardy. James with the rebound. The Rockets lead by 22. Here's Bird. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Hardy. Dallas, no good that time either.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
James, that's good.
Oh, it's just raining threes for them early.
James has gone 2 for 2 so far from 3. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Marshall can't hit. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for Houston. Their last game, a win against the Suns. Looking to carry it into this one.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up.
And so it's the Houston Rockets, firmly in control with an impressive 28-point lead as the quarter ends. Their efficiency has been And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Rockets?
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
P.J. Washington out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Daniel Gafford. And it's Marshall in at the 2. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Russell deciding where to go with it. Pass to Davis. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Houston. And it's clear Anthony Davis welcomes the challenge of leading as the team's best player.
And it's a role he occupied in New Orleans. Now the opportunity to play more at the 4 spot. He got what he wanted and is ready to take the weight. Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
The 3 from Russell. Rebounded by LeBron. James has got his 4th rebound in this one. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And he goes right over Anthony Davis and slams it down.
Okay, wow, old man LeBron James getting acrobatic, putting on a show. I see you, big fella.
And that ends their drought. You could feel the frustration building with each miss.
Yeah, not the start that they wanted, but maybe that basket was all they needed to get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Yeah, a defense has to be very aware of Gilgeous-Alexander's attack mindset. He wants to get to the rim and do maximum damage.
Pass to Gafford. Marshall outside. And here's Washington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Marshall with it. Now guarded by Bryant. Marshall can't hit. For Houston, they've gotten off to a perfect 4-for-4 start of the second. Gilgeous-Alexander against Washington.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Russell, the pass to Washington. And a miss there on the triple. And it's Houston's ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Here's SGA. Oh, a rim wrecker by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And that's creativity. Gilgeous-Alexander continues to amaze.
And one move we're seeing more frequently these days, Richard, the self alley-oop.
T-Mac might have been the first to do it back in the 0-2 All-Star game, but now you see it a few times this season, but it is still a major highlight every time.
And then Bryant with the dunk.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Davis with room to shoot. Again, the miss by Dallas.
And this is the type of game you just throw away as a player. He has yet to score a point and looks completely flustered.
Here's James. Okay, look
wow.
out.
Man.
Wow.